Now, most candidates think that examiners are listening for big grammar mistakes or difficult vocabulary in the exam. But that's not normally the first thing we notice during the exam. And as a real IELTS examiner, there's one mistake I often recognize within the first minute of the test. And once you understand this, you'll prepare very differently for the exam. Now, before we begin, let me reassure you of one thing. It's not your accent, and it isn't about one small grammar mistake. And it certainly isn't sounding like a native speaker. The mistake I'm talking about is much more common, and luckily, it is really easy to fix. The biggest mistake that many candidates make is trying too hard to impress the examiner. Instead of answering naturally, they begin performing and they force advanced vocabulary, and they use sort of memorized expressions. They give answers that sound rehearsed rather than being genuine. Now, imagine I ask a question like this during the exam. What do you enjoy doing at the weekends? Now, a natural answer might be, I usually meet with my friends, I watch football, or I just relax at home. But some candidates might respond with something like, from my perspective, engaging in recreational pursuits during weekends plays an indispensable role in enhancing my psychological well-being. The second answer isn't necessarily better. In fact, it sounds a lot less natural, and what the examiner wants during the exam is natural communication that you would really say in an English-speaking country. When candidates focus on sounding impressive, several things happen. Their fluency becomes less natural, they make more vocabulary mistakes, their grammar becomes less accurate, and their pronunciation often becomes a lot less clear. Ironically, trying to sound like a Band 9 candidate can stop you from achieving Band 7. And I've seen this many times during the speaking exam. Now, examiners, we're not looking for speeches, we're looking for communication. So, can you answer the question? Can you explain your ideas? Can you keep the conversation moving naturally? That's what earns you the marks. Now, instead of asking yourself, how can I impress the examiner? Ask yourself, how can I explain this idea clearly using vocabulary that you genuinely control and also speak at a comfortable pace? The candidates who achieve a high speaking score usually don't sound like they're trying to win a competition. They sound comfortable, they sound natural, and most importantly, they communicate effectively. So, if you'd like more help from someone who has marked thousands of speaking exams, click subscribe to this channel and I will continue giving you lots of help for your next exam.